Son of a... Thank you, comics. God, I hate when I do that. It wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't screw something up right at the beginning. Or screw something up, period. But, so what I was saying was, I got my Duke right here. Dang it with the freaking... Got Duke right here, plasma cutter. Sent the picture to my buddy. That is Duke's... That's Duke. Who is actually under the desk right now. But that's Duke's face. His head on the wall. Love it. I love it a lot. Because I'm looking at it. So... yeah, I love it. It's awesome. Thank you, comics, for telling me I was frigging muted. Oh, boy. See, that's what I keep you around for. Kidding. But after I woke up, so where's Penny? Penny doesn't come into... She doesn't sleep in my room. Duke sleeps on the floor right at the foot of my bed. He used to be the bed hog. It used to be his bed, and I just laid on this one side because he's a wicked bed hog. And Penny usually is in here. Basically right here, like where she is right now. Except you can't see her. But I'm hoping that she comes in and goes on the bed. Right there. That's dog bed. So she was in the living room on the floor. Not even on, there's 3 beds. And she was on the floor, carpet, near my chair that I sit in out there. I was like, how is that comfortable? So, woke her up, because she even didn't wake up. Woke her up. We went outside. First thing we do is we got to go outside, because Duke might have an accident on the way to the door. That has happened a couple times. If I sleep later than 7, that would probably happen. So I try to go to bed later if I'm going to stay up. Or if I'm going to get up later in the morning, I stay up later, which he doesn't like, and he barks at me, and he yells at me. But anyway, I'm yammering. As one of my favorite British wood turners calls it, waffling. Let's stop waffling and let's get cracking. And that's the other Brit that I like. I watch a lot of stuff. Just saying. But this is Hi-Rez. He's a rapper. I found him 6-7 months ago. I can't remember, to be honest. But I found him, and he is a friggin' amazing. He rapped. Oh man, I gotta find that video that he did. He rapped for. He was driving Uber, and he picked up 2 Orthodox Jews, and he rapped for them, and they were blown away. It was hilariously awesome. So and I'm hoping that I fixed the little Stream Deck issue that I was having before. Let's go ahead and watch this as soon as yep. Here we go. Hi-Rez, Anti-Everything. I haven't watched it because, it's always with me, always going to be a genuine reaction. I will not be one of those fakers. Would never do that. It's fucking basically lying. So, here we go.
I have empathy and manners. say appropriate no sewer tanner. Wait a minute, you didn't post a black square for Black Lives Matter. If you don't wear a mask, that makes you an anti-masker. If you don't get the vax, that makes you an anti-vaxxer. If you don't watch Funhouse, that makes you anti-Danny Tanner. Wait, you don't listen to Nelly? You're anti-country grammar. You're Home Depot-phobic. Why are you so anti-hammer? Maybe you're anti-lab.
Home Depot phobic? What? Wait a minute. And his hair flopping in his face. That was hilarious. I don't know why, but that just caught my eye. Right when he stood up. He wasn't 69 minutes. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Makes you an anti-vaxxer. If you don't watch Funhouse, that makes you anti-Danny Tanner. Wait, you don't listen to Nelly? You're anti-country grammar. You're Home Depot-phobic. Why are you so anti-hammer? Maybe you're anti-ladder, anti-former, anti-ladder. Are you anti-Aaron Rodgers or just more like anti-Packer? You're a dude but won't wear makeup. Why are you so anti-glamour? You don't think Green Lives Matter? Why are you anti-Bruce Banner? You don't like the Rolling Stones? Why?
Green Lives. Did you all catch that? You don't think Green Lives Matter? Are you anti-Bruce Banner? Oh,
you're Home Depot-phobic. Why are you so anti-hammer? Maybe you're anti-ladder, anti-former, anti-ladder. Are you anti-Aaron Rodgers or just more like anti-Packer? You're a dude but won't wear makeup. Why are you so anti-glamour? You don't think Green Lives Matter? Why are you anti-Bruce Banner? You don't like the Rolling Stones? Wow, you're anti-Mick Jagger. If you're offended by my rhymes, that makes you anti-rapper. Call me racist, call me bigot, call me homophobe. All because I know the difference in your chromosomes. We living in a clown world, got the only hope. When these politicians puppets like Pinocchio. I'm so anti-everything, I'm so anti-everything. Yeah, I'm so anti-everything, I'm so anti-everything. I'm literally shaking right now, that is my slogan. Ivermectin is a horse drug for people like Joe Rogan. Fidel Castro is my hero, not that Nazi Ben Shapiro. We should all just stay inside until the carbon net is zero. I'm so anti-sound of freedom, anti-cop until I need them. Use minorities for virtue signal.
Dude, seriously? Seriously? Right in the middle? Come here. You were under the desk, you were doing fine. Come here. Duke. Come. Come here. Go around. Penny up. Penny up. Go on your bed. Duke bed. You can't do this, boo-boo. Alright. I apologize. Somebody's having a tantrum. Atta boy. Good job, bed. Good job, bed, Duke. You gonna lie down? You gonna lie down? Not gonna lie down? Thank you.
Like Joe Rogan, Fidel Castro is my hero, not that Nazi Ben Shapiro. We should all just stay inside until the carbon net is zero. I'm so anti-sound of freedom, anti-cop until I need them. Use minorities for virtue signaling, that's how I treat them. I'm so anti-Tesla road, plus I'm anti-gas and coal. Wait, but don't those two contradict each other? Well, yeah, I know, I'm so anti-chromosome, I'm so anti-Alex Jones.
Anti-chromosome.
For virtue signaling, that's how I treat them. I'm so anti-Tesla road, plus I'm anti-gas and coal. Wait, but don't those two contradict each other? Well, yeah, I know, I'm so anti-chromosome, I'm so anti-Alex Jones. Trump was in the movie, so now I am anti-Home Alone. Voted Biden.
Trump was in the movie, so I'm anti-Home Alone. This is fucking amazing.
I'm so anti-Alex Jones. Trump was in the movie, so now I am anti-Home Alone. Voted Biden cause he said that he'd forgive my student loans. I think kids should be allowed to cut off their boobs and their jones. I'm so anti-two genders, I'm so anti-Bruce Jenner. But wait, she's transgender, she goes against our agenda. She's a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, which is a term we just made up but doesn't really exist. Call me racist, call me bigot, call me homophobe. All because I know the difference in your chromosomes. We living in a clown world, got the only hope. When these politicians puppets like Pinocchio. I'm so anti-everything, I'm so anti-everything. Yeah, I'm so anti-everything, I'm so anti-everything. Yeah.
Oh, they're cockroaches. Is he peeing in the bowl? Fake.
I prefer dangerous
really.
freedom over peaceful slavery, and you should too. That's why I keep one of these. But if you can't keep one of these, or if you already do, you should get yourself a t-shirt today before it's sold out. They always sell out. I appreciate your support. Grab yours before it's gone. Peace.
Alright, hold on. I want to see the... it restarted. Hold on. I wanted to see the t-shirt. right there. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. I like that. That's freaking cool. All right, we're going to figure out if I actually fix this. Please say I fixed it. Good. I fixed it! Yes! It's like Danny Tanner. DK! What's up, my brother? Oh, man. Okay, so he's no Dr. Dreidel, but he's no Dr. Dreidel. When that came up, I laughed my ass off, Dr. Dreidel. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I have some funny stuff after this, but this video was, honestly, I loved it. It was great. And there was so much funny shit in it that I'm going to have to watch it again just to catch it. But you don't like, what was it? You don't like green, so you're anti-Bruce Banner. That was the best line in my opinion. Because maybe somebody should be anti-Bruce Banner since he's a little bit of a Looney Tune. Did you guys have a, I don't remember what canción means. Good something. That's weird. My light looked like it was moving, but it's not supposed to do that because it's stuck to the top of the monitor and it's very bright. I gotta push this back maybe. Oh look, you can see Duke. You see Duke right there. He good boy sleeping. He do good boy sleeping. he's like spread. It's the way he sleeps. He's like that. It was hilarious. Video was excellent. Really liked it. That was great. That was great. Yeah. I would give that one 4 stars. 4 stars. Liked it very much. So, the next one I got for you is Benny Johnson. I am Benny Brigade all the way. I want y'all to know that. But sometimes he just goes off on a tangent and he says things that aren't right. So, let me see. I'm looking at you. Better not have swapped the cameras. Okay. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but I wanted to share it with you just because it's so fucking insane.
I can't believe it. It's my first blind date.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Really? You guys meet?
We sure did.
We've got chemistry here. You feel it?
I felt it.
All right. What's up, guys?
I gotta say, whoever does his freaking those little thingies at the beginning, hilarious. Love it.
Boy, Benny, happy Valentine's Day. Relationships are sacred, and lying to somebody who you are married to or in a relationship with is a particular type of betrayal. It turns the life really hard, and it sucks when you do that, and it sucks when you lie about your relationship or, well, how you met your wife, how I met your mother. Maybe that's why Hunter Biden's so effed up. Joe Biden and Jill Biden have been lying about their relationship for a very long time. How do we know this? Well, because Jill Biden's husband has been openly speaking to the press about how Joe Biden stole his wife from him. Jill Biden was working for Joe Biden as a babysitter, babysitting his kids. They had an affair together. They were both married to different people. And that's the actual story. That they
Cannot make this shit up. Absolutely 100% accurate. Checked it. Everything he's going to say and then what he's going to play, I actually watched a few months ago. And I didn't do a video on it just because I figured nobody would give a shit. But now, I think so. But, come here. Come here. Do come. You can go on your bed. You can go back on your bed. Duke, back on your bed. Please. Please on your bed. Please on your bed. Please on your bed. He's gonna bark.
They tell. And we have evidence of that. We'll show it to you in just a moment. But since it's Valentine's Day and all, and the Bidens never miss an opportunity to lie to people, they released this pithy video, and I'm going to try not to break my finger off, stopping it every single time I hear a lie, but have a listen.
You first met.
I was set up on a blind date by my younger brother.
That is a lie. According to Jill Biden's husband, who will speak in a moment, Joe Biden started creeping around when they were still married together. They were running off together like all the time. It's like a known fact.
Good boy, Ducka. Good boy.
Jill Biden left him for Joe. This is all a pre-scripted story that they tell people that's been concocted by PR agents. For real.
He called me from school and he said, I go to school with this woman. You'll love her. She's beautiful and she doesn't like politics.
He called me on a Saturday afternoon and he said, this is Joe Biden. And I said, how'd you get my number? And
because I was the babysitter.
That's
how I got your number, because you were babysitting.
He said, would you like to go out tonight? And I said, I'm sorry, I already have a date. And he said, well, would you break it? I'm only in for one night. So I said, well, call me back in 2 hours and I'll see what I can do.
And she broke the date and did break my heart.
We went to Philly and we saw a movie and
Man and a woman.
a man and a woman. And Joe completely
Wait, what is a woman? Hold on. A man and a woman. What is a woman? Answer, quick.
blew his cover because he's like, I'm so busy, I don't know when I can call you next. I said, okay, fine. So he takes out his little calendar and he's looking through. He said, well, oh, no, I'm too busy Thursday. I'm too busy Wednesday. How about tomorrow night? And I thought, buddy, you just blew your cover.
So wait, so either Joe Biden's a total asshole and is trying to Bigfoot you to say how important he is, or he's a liar? Like one or the other.
You think?
So great story, Jill. Fantastic job. Go raid another Bed Bath & Beyond for bath curtain dress.
I think we went out for almost every night after that for 2 years.
What's your favorite?
You went out every night after that for 2 years. When did you start babysitting for him? Were you married at the time? To your husband? Your first husband, Jill? Those records are public, right?
Thing about.
When I met Joe, I guess I really admired his character and his strength. And then as I got to know him, it was more about his empathy, how he helped people. That's why he chose the profession he chose.
I thought you were going to say it because I'm handsome.
What's your favorite thing about her?
The favorite thing about Jill is the way she treats our children, his family.
Oh, no, it treats.
Also, they're not her children. Stepsons. One died. The other one's a junkie. Not her kid.
It's our children. First off, they're the children. You don't even mention your first wife, Joe. That's just unbelievable. Joe's first wife died in a car accident. Tragic. Last thing I'd do is try to make light of something like that. But, you don't even mention her? Hunter and Beau Biden, that's not Jill's children, right?
I haven't seen
they're
this,
adopted
just so
children.
you know.
Jill was the babysitter.
Jill was the babysitter of his kids when he was out with his first wife. Gee. Is there anything else that this slime ball can surprise us with?
It's amazing how much these people are willing. If they're willing to lie about this, what won't they lie about? But also, more importantly, Jill Biden being good for my family. Jill Biden is the one who wouldn't acknowledge Hunter Biden's grandchild out of wedlock. Not exactly the romance story for Valentine's Day.
We were both raised in families that were similar. We were both middle-class families and were told that families beginning, middle, and end. And when I met her mom and dad, I knew it.
Well, for me,
Family's the beginning, middle, and end. That's Joe Biden.
does
That's
that
what
even
matters
mean?
to us, family. Except for, of course, our seventh grandchild, who we had to be shamed by the New York Times into acknowledging.
Yep.
It's despicable.
And because they didn't put the stockings up at the fireplace this past Christmas. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I did.
Quite frankly, this stuff, it is emblematic of liars. Reminder, if they lie about little things, they'll lie about big things. Okay? It's just the way it's going to work. When you catch someone lying, even like lying about the story about how they met, it just proves they're a liar at heart. And so what else are they lying about is the question you ask.
Everything.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we decided to go back into the annals of history and to find the original interview with Jill Biden's husband that aired, and everyone tried to deep six this. They tried as hard as they could to get this man off the air. They even tried to criminally prosecute this man to stop talking about who Joe Biden and Jill Biden actually are. Please enjoy, from Inside Edition and Jill Biden's first real husband. Jill Biden's husband tells the real Biden love story. More like a horror story. Watch.
But before Joe, there was Bill.
Yes, don't forget Corn Pop. You're right, DK. I wonder if maybe Corn Pop stood and watched sometimes.
The man Jill Biden married when she was only 18. Now her ex-husband is speaking with Stephen Fabian in this exclusive television interview.
It's going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to break her heart.
He's the ex-husband of Dr. Jill Biden, the widely admired woman who's been at Joe Biden's side for 43 years. And he has an eye-opening story to tell.
I was betrayed by the Bidens. Joe was my friend. Joe was my wife.
The Bidens' love story is now legend, how they found true love after the heartbreak of losing his wife Nelia and baby daughter in a car crash in December 1972. They even put their tale of romance front and center at the Democratic convention last month.
When I met Jill, I fell in love with her when I saw her.
As Joe Biden tells the story, he first saw Jill's photo on an advertisement in Wilmington, Delaware in March 1975. His brother Frank, who knew the model from college, set Joe up on a blind date the following night. The Bidens' love story reads like a classic fairy tale. They saw a movie together on that blind date, fell in love, and never looked back. But Jill Biden's ex-husband says there's much more to the story, claiming Jill and Joe's relationship actually started in 1974 when he was still married to Jill. It was a blind date. Point blank. Is that story true?
No, not even a little bit.
Bill Stevenson, the founder of a popular local rock music venue called the Stone Balloon, married Jill when she was just 18 years old.
Jill I met on the beach in Ocean City, New Jersey in August of 1969. Sure, I fell in love with her because I married her 6 months later.
In her memoir, Jill says of her first marriage, "I truly believed we were destined for each other. Looking back, it may seem like a mistake of youth." According to Bill Stevenson, both he and Jill first got to know Joe Biden when Biden was a county councilman in Newcastle, Delaware. Stevenson asked his help obtaining a liquor license. So you were friends with Joe Biden?
Oh, yeah. Not only that, I threw a fundraiser for him in August, raised between $2,500 and $3,000. We got married in 17.
Queenie! Hi! Happy Valentine's Day, sister. Happy Valentine's Day, brothers. All right. Queenie, this is going to blow your socks off.
Just raised between $2,500.
Because I don't know when you came in, but this is Jill Biden's first husband. Their little story is made up.
$3,000. We got married in 17. I introduced Joe to Jill in 72. Right before the election in 72, Jill, Joe, Nelia, and I were in his kitchen. How do you forget that?
That would be 3 years before that now famous blind date. Stevenson says his first inkling something was up came when Jill refused to go with him to meet Bruce Springsteen, who was booked to appear at the Stone Balloon.
She said, Jill asked me to keep an eye on the boys. And I just thought to the back of my mind,
Then one day he says a man came into his bar and asked him to pay damages for a fender bender that involved Jill.
He looks at me and he says, oh, she wasn't driving. I said, her beloved Corvette, she wasn't driving it? He goes, Senator Biden was driving it. And I went, what?
Did you confront Jill at the time and say, what's going on here?
Yes, I did.
Did she admit to it?
She didn't say anything. She just looked at me. I said, you got to go. You got to go get your own
Attaboy.
place.
Jill and Stevenson's divorce decree was issued in May 1975. He says the divorce became contentious when Jill asked for a share of the stone balloon, which he says the judge denied. In the years following the divorce, Stevenson was convicted on a federal fraud charge and was also sentenced to 6 years probation for passing bad checks. He blames his legal problems on politics. He has just written a book about his life and is considering publishing it.
We're talking about decades and decades ago. This story comes out right before the election. A lot of people are going to ask some questions.
It's years ago, but guess what? It's so current right now because he is picking on people about character.
Has anybody from the Republican Party reached out to you to tell your story, to come out, to tell these things about Joe Biden, to speak out against him?
Nothing. Not even a little bit.
Dr. Jill Biden is denying her ex-husband's claim.
Jill's a hoe! Jill's a friggin' hoe! Ain't that a fucking thing? Wow, Jill's a hoe.
Today, in a statement to Inside Edition, her spokesman says these claims are fictitious, seemingly to sell and promote a book. The relationship of Joe and Jill Biden is well documented. Jill Biden separated from her first husband irreconcilably in the fall of 1974 and moved out of their marital home. Joe and Jill Biden had their first date in March of 1975, and they married in June of 1977. Stevenson has been married to his second wife, Linda, for 34 years. He insists he isn't out for revenge.
You guys, I need to check something. I want to make sure when I hit this that it works. Please work. Yes, I fixed it. He is, you know, DK, I wouldn't say that he's a character. Except maybe he's a character in a fucking comic movie or something. You remember Shemp from the Oh You Gotta Go comics? Okay. I'm glad you hung around. Thank you. I'll see you next time. I've been lacking on Discord too. I apologize. I will chat you up in there. Okay? Get some sleep. I know, it's late for you. Can you believe this shit though? Seriously. The entire thing is an effing lie. Whole thing is a lie. Joe's entire freaking character, it's right. I know that was your point. That's why I said it. But do you remember Shemp from Okay, Queenie, please do, because it's gonna blow your socks off, dude. It's gonna blow your socks off. You're not gonna freaking believe it. It's gonna be like, what? Look what I got. That's Duke's head on the wall, by the way. I'm not surprised that she's a hoe and he's a dick, but I am surprised that there hasn't been a peep about this. Hasn't been a peep. That video that Benny played, that's months and months old. I watched this a while back. But then I saw Benny found it and I was like, well, shit. Maybe I should have watched it myself and watched it with y'all. I never go the right way. So that's his actual silhouette from a picture. The Bidet family. Nothing but clowns and friggin' criminals. Every single effing one of them. Except probably not Navy. Not Navy Jean. She's too young. Hopefully she doesn't grow up to be a criminal. But who knows? She's got her daddy's genes, unfortunately. When I saw that Benny found it, I was like, oh, okay, I definitely got to show you guys. And the thing that I watched it months ago and Benny just posted that yesterday, I was like, oh, man. Oh. Absolutely, DK, 100% agree. There is no way in hell that I will believe that I will not believe it. I mean, I'll lead shit here in Colorado Springs. I'll do it myself. I'll lead shit as like freaking protests and shit. I was like, no. But, all right. So I got a short I want to show y'all. Grocery prices in Russia.
Grocery just went to a Russian grocery store, and what he found will shock you. We don't want you to see this.
I went from amused to legitimately angry. So we were guessing what this would cost. Everybody here from the United States buys groceries, and we didn't pay any attention to costs as we were just putting in the cart what we would actually eat over a week. It was $104 US here. And that's when you start to realize that ideology maybe doesn't matter as much as you thought. If you take people's standard of living and you tank it through filth and crime and inflation, and they literally can't buy the groceries they want, at that point, maybe it matters less what you say or whether you're a good person or a bad person. You're wrecking people's lives in their country, and that's what our leaders have done to us. And coming to a Russian grocery store, the heart of evil, and seeing what things cost and how people live, it will radicalize you against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway, radicalized.
$104. Did y'all see how much was on that freaking thing? Oh, go ahead.
Grocery just went to a Russian grocery store, and what he found will shock you. We don't want you to see this.
I went from amused to legitimately angry.
Look at all of that freaking food.
So we were guessing
so much fresh food. So much fresh food. Okay. I don't want to watch that again. So this one y'all gonna like. I know y'all gonna like it.
There has never been a better argument for canceling Black History Month.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is a musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby, I do music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I guess the interviewer didn't ask the right question. There has never been a better argument for...
Can y'all believe that shit? Okay, this is another one that I want y'all to see that just... And, Tucker Carlson Network, I was actually a founding member. I don't know, that'll get me. But
first things first, Putin wants to get out of this war. He's not going to become more open to negotiation the longer this goes on. One of the things we've learned in the course of the last 2 years is that Russia's industrial capacity is a lot more profound than we thought it was. Russia, this country we were assured was a gas station with nuclear weapons, has a pretty easy time making missiles, rockets, and artillery shells, whereas NATO doesn't. So we should think about what that means. I have heard, personally, U.S. government officials say, well, we're just going to have to return Crimea to Ukraine. Well, you don't need to be a Russia scholar, so that's not going to happen short of a nuclear war. That's insane, actually. So even to say something like that reveals that you are a child, you don't...
Because Crimea is actually originally a Russian, it's Russian. Just saying.
Understand the area at all, and you have no real sense of what's possible. And so as long as our leaders, and not simply in the US, but NATO, and I really mean Germany, don't take the time to learn about what's possible, we're not going to get anywhere. First things first, Putin wants to get out of this war. He's not going to...
I'm not a blacksmith, I just forge stuff of metal. That is awesome, DK. Oh my goodness. Fan-friggin-tastic. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this kid is frigging amazing.
I love ringing that gong. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the City Club of Cleveland, where we are devoted to conversations of consequence that help democracy.
It, and I think they're ready now to get started. So
this is what I
we'll start with
wanted
the
you guys to
affirmative.
hear.
Sorry. All right. Is everyone ready? Great. If that's it. My time will begin now. I affirm the resolution. Resolved, justice requires open borders for human migration. I'd like to offer one definition. Human migration is defined by Kamar 14 as moving from one place to the other with the goal of improving living conditions.
Not,
the value is justice.
Not this one. Where is he? Daka, stop! Daka! Damn it. I don't think it was him. I got the wrong one.
You still need open borders because of the manipulation. My opponent tells you that the right can't be manipulated. It's simply certain.
Fuck you, kid. You out. All right. This is the last thing I got to show you. I'm still laughing. You were barking so much your ears flipped. Come here. Come here. Daka. Aw. Come here, Bubba. Bubba. Come on. Come here. Go around. Penny, come here. Come here. There, see? Now you can walk. I just realized that's why he's barking, because Penny was laying there and he didn't... Ducky, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jeez. All right. This is going to blow y'all's mind. This is something that... This is like comics level shit.
"66% of United States residents' public water is fluoridated. It is known to have tremendous effects on bone cancer, joint problems, bone weakness, lowered estrogen and testosterone levels, and dental fluorosis, which is yellowing of the teeth and pitting in the enamel. Wouldn't it make more sense to enhance public water with vitamins which are meant to be ingested to promote overall health, rather than putting such a toxic chemical in our water with a bogus explanation that it will improve our dental health? We now know that fluoride causes more dental problems than it solves. Something doesn't seem right about this. Do you honestly believe that these companies care deeply enough for the people to spend large amounts of their own money to fluoridate public water when the people already purchase their own toothpaste? But there's a difference between toothpaste and drinking water. We don't ingest toothpaste. If you go to any hardware store and look at any rat poison product, you will only find one ingredient: sodium fluoride. It is the most toxic ionic molecule outside of potassium dichromate. Now Dannon, along with other companies, have begun fluoridating bottled water. It is becoming increasingly difficult to get away from. And the fact that fluoride is also used in many prescription antidepressants shows that it eliminates aggression and...
That's the one I'm on. Effing Prozac. And it's the main friggin' thing in Prozac.
is also used in many prescription antidepressants, shows that it eliminates aggression and motivation in people.
Fluoride, to my knowledge as a physician, has absolutely no biological benefit whatsoever.
But one of the significant things is that the Russians carried out all sorts of experiments on the people living in the Gulag. One of them, of course, was to fluoridate the water. Why? You fluoridate the water, why people are not as aggressive as they ordinarily would be. In fact, what is the active ingredient in Prozac that is so widely distributed in America today? Why, it's a fluoride compound.
And now, we are finding that public water nationwide is showing up with arsenic, lead, cadmium, and thermonium, which is a radioactive form of lead. Cancer, lowered sex drive, birth defects, sedation, and brain defects? Does this not sound like a wonder drug for anyone aiming to control a population?
It's quite astonishing, Paul, the degree to which environmentalists have not been educated about fluoride. You know, people have an unconscious trust in their doctor or their dentist, and if you can persuade doctors and dentists that fluoride is safe and good, then you're able to reach the rest of the nation. People believe their doctors and dentists, and that was
I remember seeing DK 100% agree. I 100% agree. It's not only necessary, it's vital. Especially now. I think there are times where it is vital. Vital.
way of promoting fluoride for Bernays. Fluoride was killing their cattle, destroying their crops. Fluoride given to rats had produced bone cancer and liver cancer, and that those results had been doctored to make it look as though fluoride hadn't caused as much cancer.
The pattern that we saw, it typically is what we see with other neurotoxic agents that are well known to cause a hypoactivity or a memory problem or an IQ problem. When I first presented the results of these studies, one of the individuals sitting and listening to the results, he says, "Do you have any idea what you're saying?" And he says, "You're telling us that we're reducing the IQ of children." And basically I said, yes.
I'm going to pause this so y'all can read it, because it's what's happening now. All of this is like, looks like it's in the 80s time frame because of what I'm looking at for the screen and how it looks. Just because I remember that's what TV was like. This is what happened to people that came out saying that the plague was, well, first off, the plague was released from or was it released? Was it an accident from the biolab? Don't know. But people lost like their jobs, and there was a couple doctors in China that suddenly ended up dead. China. Sorry, I said it wrong. The other thing is that, hey, what are you eating? No! You leave that alone! Don't do that! She's eating a frickin' snot rag. What are you doing? Stop that. What the heck was that doing on... Did you take that off my desk? You took it off the... You little stink butt. She took it off of the thing over here. Can I put it over here? Because I have the basket... The trash can closed. I got a top on it. But anyway, let's finish this. Because this is what happened during the plague. With everyone that said... I mean... Robert... Oh, shoot. His name's... The doctors. The huge doctors. McCulloch. I made sure to read. And... But, here. This one's insane.
Aspartame, the artificial sweetener found in almost every low-sugar or sugar-free product on the market.
Makes me very glad I don't get low sugar, no sugar, or low sugar, whatever the hell he just said. I don't get anything that's got that aspartame shit in it. Aspartame, my bad.
Sweetener found in almost every low-sugar or sugar-free product on the market.
First of all, aspartame is made up of three things: methanol, which of course is what produces blindness, aspartic acid, and phenylalanine. These are all poisons. Aspartic acid, of course, produces brain lesions.
Like I need any more of those. Thank God I don't eat or drink any of that shit.
This was known back in the early 1970s. Methanol produces blindness. Phenylalanine is what you see in the brain, and in high dosage it produces trauma.
We're not making this all.
That's what I was. Dr. Robert, I can't remember if it's McCullough or not, but there was a Nobel Prize winning scientist that had invented the mRNA stuff and he died suddenly. I'll find that video and play that for you.
Well, the FDA did publish back in
the brain, and in high dosage it produces trauma.
We're not making this all up. The FDA did.
Hey, Craig, just show her this. I'll put the link to the video, this specific video. I'll put it in Discord. And I'm like going like this when you're right here. I'm talking to the frickin' chat down there. Duh. I do that all the time.
Publish back in, I think it was in the 80s, they did publish the 92 potential side effects of aspartame.
92.
And they do, these side effects.
Look at all of that. That one looks like it says dementia. This one right here. DIM and then an A. Headache, dizziness, poor equilibrium, change of mood, vomiting or nausea, abdominal pain and cramps, change in vision, diarrhea, mud butt, seizures and convulsions. Oh, is that all? Memory loss, fatigue and weakness, other something, rash. I don't know. Sleep. Is that sleep problems maybe? Hives. Change. Not sure what that one is. Not sure what that one is either. Grand mal seizure. Grand mal seizure. Local. Difficulty breathing. Oral sensory changes. Change in menstrual pattern? Symptoms reported by more than 100 complaints. Holy shit, Queenie. Oh, Queenie. That blows.
Quite, are extremely serious.
Look at that. Craig, show your wife this. Because look, diet soft drinks. It's right frickin' there. Queenie, I cannot believe that you're dealing with that. Exactly, DK. Exactly.
Dizziness, problems with balance, abdominal pain and cramps, changes in vision, seizures and convulsions, etc., etc.
Hold on, let's see. Diet soft drinks, tabletop sweetener, puddings, gelatins, lemonade, other, Kool-Aid, iced tea, chewing gum, hot chocolate, frozen confections, cereal, sugar substitute tablets, breath mints, punch mix, fruit drinks, non-dairy toppings, chewable multivitamins, something dried. Oh, look at that. Change in heart rate. sleep problems, change in heart rate. That's the one I couldn't read. Itching, then grand mal, numbness, tingling, local swelling. That's what it was. Change in activity level. Pfft. Combine that with the advent of computers. My uncle bought my brother and I an Atari right when it first came out. Shut up. Symptoms reported by less than 100.
So the nervous system seems to be one of the areas that's most affected. So we see people have difficulty thinking. They feel like they're walking around in a cloud or a fog.
Yet despite all of these harmful effects, Donald Rumsfeld pushed it out into the stores in over 5,000 products when he was CEO of Searly, the company that manufactured aspartame.
That son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Unfrigging believable. I made sure I had this stuff. And it worked! 6:53. I'm not getting off early because took my eye drops. Food's in the kitchen that I just gotta zap. And awesome. And I got my water right here, which I should drink. All of this shit. I mean, DK, exactly. There's no wonder some people have the mood issues and mental health problems they do. We have been fed poison for years. We weren't going to kill our patients. Absolutely. I know you. There's no way you guys would do that. That's exactly, DK. Unfortunately, some of the treatments people receive for these issues is just more poison. My antidepressant, poison. It's a fluoride compound. Go figure. So there's proof right there. I'm talking to the wrong camera, but there's proof right there that fluoride in the water, Prozac, fluoride compound is the main ingredient, and I'm gonna go look that shit up because it's just sitting over in the friggin' cupboard. Fuck. This is insane shit, y'all. But I had to share this with y'all. I wanted y'all to see this because this information has to get out there somehow, some way. And just showing you guys, just that little thing that I'm able to do is to give you guys, the heads up. It's like, hey, all of the conspiracy theory stuff. I apologize, you guys. You're going to have to find more conspiracy theories because I just brought all of the old ones and made them true. So, yeah. They used to say, oh my goodness, they used to say that people that were talking about, oh, it's the fluoride in the water. There's something in the water that's screwing with us, blah, blah. That's a conspiracy theory. Well, guess what? No, it's not. I know of the Marine rapper, but I haven't heard his new song. I'll go look. I follow him. So I'll go look. I haven't looked in a while at some of his stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely go look. When you go back and watch from the beginning, conspiracy facts. It is. It's exactly what it is. I mean, what the frig? I mean, shit. Seriously. I'm hoping that the filter in my refrigerator is filtering this shit out because I already take Prozac. I don't need more on top of it. Just crazy. And now I have a headache. At least it waited until 7. So there's that. DK conspiracy facts. That's great. Queenie, You're awesome, sister. And give your husband a hug from me, too. Just give him a hug. Just give him a hug from me. For standing up on your fricking principles. Not that I'm surprised or anything. It's you. I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope that I opened your eyes about some stuff that you didn't know about. I had this lined up and I tried to average it to see how long it was, and I almost got it. It says 6:58. Oh no, it's 6:56. Why is this thing so fast? I have a clock on my lamp that frickin' it says 6:58 and this says 6:56, so I almost got it. Don't get it wrong. I don't wear a tinfoil hat, but I question things that I never really considered before. Oh, now that came up on here. That's the thing. I don't and never have worn a tinfoil hat either. And I used to question things, but not as much as I do now. The last 4 to 5 years, I've been questioning everything. We have to question everything because shit like what we just watched is what's going on. And holy shit, the fluoride in the water has been my entire... Exactly, Craig. Exactly. We have to question everything because, as you just saw, almost every single thing today is a frigging lie. The president is a lie. The corpse in chief, I call him, or the liar in chief. Corpse in chief is a new one. I use that on X when I call him out, which I do a lot, which I probably shouldn't do because that's probably going to get me like a bullseye on me. Hope not. I hope not. But, nope. Think it's sinus because and it hurt. Absolutely 100% DK. I mean, well, we pretty much figured that out, though, when we were in the military, I think. I'm pretty sure you did, and I know I did. There's no way you can't find this shit out when you are... Exactly, Craig. I won't say it out loud, though, because I don't want to get smacked. Patriot mind. Hold on, I gotta write this down because when I end this, I'm going to lose all of this. So hold on. Patriot mind. Is it Patriots? Patriot. Schaefer's page. It's my first request. Wow, a Marine, a cop, and a firefighter came together with a unifying message. I might do that tomorrow. If I have time, because I got a lot of shit going on that I have to move everything around. Nope, it's time for Penny's Meds and Duke's CBD. So, on that note, thank you very much for being here. Ground crew, you rock. Y'all in the chat, I love you guys. I love you, all of you. Because of you guys, I started at 5 subscribers when I made this account in 2006, I think. And I now have 677 subscribers. Holy shit. So, thank you for that. It's really awesome. Yes, DK. I've got one of those books that the one guy got, I guess he got arrested or something, or kicked out of somewhere he was because he was handing out those little, they were like yay big, of the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. The little book had that in there. I've got one of those somewhere around here. Oh, Queenie, I'm gonna be watching that live, because that's gonna be a live reaction I'm gonna do. And it might, or maybe it'll be my first recorded one, and then I do a premiere like what Chill Rock does. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't ironed out all of the stuff with what do you call it? Rumble Studio. I haven't figured all of it out yet. So I love you guys. I need to go take some. No, I'm not gonna take a drug. I'm gonna go suck down some oxygen, because that's what the VA gave me, oxygen for headaches. And yes, pocket constitution, absolutely, DK. And if it's small enough, it'll be thicker, and you'll be able to use it as a shield. Maybe it'll stop a bullet. Because shit, people. I got a class I'm going to actually this Saturday. 4-hour class. So I actually am not going to be able to do that on Saturday. Maybe I can tomorrow. All right, Queenie. DK, you rock. Queenie, you're awesome. Comics, had to go to bed. I get it, because it's late for y'all. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.